All right, here we are in a slightly breezy Andes, Texas morning, looking at a really neat, absolutely solid, handling part of a collection here. This is a 1931 Ford Model A Roadster. Very much restored in a stock style format. We're going to walk around and tell you what we know and share what we see, and make sure you hang on to the end of the video because we did get her up on a lift for you to look at. But a really cute stock style restoration. All the metal on this is just beautiful as far as the body goes. Restored probably 5 to 10 years ago, closer to the 5 range. I would say this one's not overdone. It's nicely done. It's just a cute, it's the kind of car you want to do a little parade in or run around town in. Has a factory L-head 4-cylinder, 200 cubic inch, 40 horsepower engine in it. Factory gearbox, floor shift. Factory cowl fuel tank in it. A little windy, so hoping you can hear me throughout the video. I've got the most noise filtering stuff I can put on my camera right now. The body's a beautiful Henry Ford body. Slight little, flaws here and there. I would call the car not overdone, done just right, so to speak. Little tiny lift right here in the, if you look, you can see there's a little tiny lift in the paint, but I'm not going to pick it for every little thing because cars like this is way better than it would have come from the factory. I can tell you that. Do our typical walk around and share, but it's all steel, red oxide top floor pans. You can see in the rumble seat video that we do, stock style spoke wheels on it, white wall tires. Again, all in the factory format with full respect to originality on it. Again, about a 5 to 10 year old restoration. It still has a 6-volt positive ground on it. I'll share it with you as we walk around here. Again, I hope it's not too windy. So it's a it's a Roadster. You know that, but Model A Roadster 31. They were built from 27 to 31, and then they went on to the Model B. Ford did. But just a really nice little body, cute little car. Part of a, like I said, part of a large collection. We're doing multiple cars down here in Texas. Again, you could pick it for a little tiny flaw here and there. Has nice cowl lamps on it. Has a there's a crack in the windshield here where somebody over tightened the stud. You'll see that. It's not a big deal. It's a flat piece of glass. It's going to stay just that way. Up on the lift, again, just a real cutie, just a honey. These little points are where little snaps go in there for the side curtains, so the little snaps are not in the holes right now where it would be an indent where they could put the side curtains on. There's no side curtains that we know of, but it could easily take them because it's stock factory folding top, which we put up ourselves. Dash still, like I mentioned, is the factory fuel, is the cowl gas tank up here, so you got to turn the fuel on and off. Emergency brake, factory, all factory LeBaron Bonney style interior, factory style. The top is a functional original top. We left the top up so you get a good feel for the car. We will take a couple shots with the top down when we turn it around to the other side for lighting. Again, all steel, thick Henry steel, rumble boards, rumble seats step here, the grab handles there. Cover the top as we go around. Now, the top was down. This will all settle out at sitting in the sun here. Both doors shut really nice. This is the kind of car when you go down the road or you cruise around town where you're just going to get tons of thumbs up. There's not a lot of original cars left. They're out there, but this is a nice solid Jenny style rig. Rear mount spare, another rumble seat step, so you step here, step up on the fender and you get in. And it's got the grab handles for going for a ride. So fun car to take your grandkids out for a ride in. We'll actually have the car running during one of the engine segments that you're going to see upcoming, so you'll catch a feel of the sound. I'm kind of one-handed, so I don't have anybody I can do a drive up with or anything like that. Cute car. Absolutely no excuses on it, that's for sure. and probably done way better than the factory, like I talked about. Little bit of patina and character with the age. It doesn't have a lot of miles on it. The dash is finished in a matte black. I think they did that for an anti-glare thing back in the day. You can see where there's a little touch up in here. Overall, just really solid, all steel, no rust on this girl. We've had it up on the lift like I talked about. I probably will start it up, but you're going to hear ignition noise with these early ignition, because they're solid plug wires, or copper straps is what they are, brass or copper. $50,683 the odometer reading at the time of inspection here. Starts right up. I'm going to turn the fuel on. Put the key on. I'm gonna hop in here. Pardon me moving around a little bit. Again, I do this one-handed. I ran the fuel out of it, so I drained it because there we go. Now I know you're gonna have static, ignition static, by hearing it run here. But you definitely want to go to Spud's Garage. We're going to go ahead and shut it off so we aren't hearing that static. There you go. Cute as a bug's ear. Lots of fun. About the time we tell you to get in, definitely hang on to the end of the video where we'll definitely have more. Have a great day. Alright, let's take a look at the rumble seat area. We always like to share different areas and compartments, that kind of thing. And if you're looking at this Model A, make sure you go to spudsgarage.com. We're going to have more cars from this collection and others. You'll see that the floor pans are all steel. We're going to have this up on the lift with you. Very factory style. Red oxide floor pans, factory correct cardboard side panels. So reproduction style interior in it, front to back. It's always neat to have a rumble seat. Grab handles for people to hold on to while they're hanging on and you're going warp speed in this. I like to have fun, you know that. Anyway, definitely hang on to the end of the video where we're going to cover more, but very few miles on this restoration. I would say not overdone, done just right. Sometimes you can overdo restorations. Anyway, there you have it. Alright, let's take a look underneath the hood like we always do. Very much a stock restoration, like we mentioned, stock style restoration. One little minor upgrade there. I see it's had an alternator instead of a generator. It is a 201 cubic inch L-head 4-cylinder, which was produced from 1927 to 1931. Has a mechanically actuated starter right there. There's you push it on the floor. They've upgraded it with a 6-volt positive ground style, GM style alternator on it, so it's a little bit more reliable and you aren't replacing as many brushes, that kind of thing. We're going to cover both sides here for you. The coil, that's a modernized coil on the firewall here, but 4-cylinder L-head. We'll go over to the other side and cover that for you. Thanks for listening to me. Hang on to the end of the video like always. Alright, cover the passenger side here like we mentioned. We're actually, in just a minute, we're going to let it run for you, but I wanted to cover that you're liable to hear ignition noise because these things were early and this camera is going to pick up the ignition on it. I know it will. So you might hear me talking and going, but updraft carburetor, factory distributor here, copper plug wires, if you want to call them wires, leads, gravity feed fuel tank, stock. By now we're thinking you get the idea. Hang on just a minute, you'll hear it run. Again, you're going to hear ignition noise pick up much like you would have done back in the 60s here in the radio. There you go. Transistored noise. Alright, over here on the passenger side, we thought we'd leave it run for you here so we kind of get a feel for it running. Over the driver's side, we talk more about the engine itself. Again, nice little restoration, full nut and bolt style restoration is what I would call it. Has the factory updraft carburetor on it. Has the gravity fed fuel system on it. We're thinking you get the idea, like always. Kind of want you to hear this old girl run. Kind of neat how they designed and engineered these. Sugar here on the top. These are spark plug wires are actually brass beads. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. Like I always say, hang on to the end of the video. Go to spudsgarage.com. We're going to have plenty more. Talk to you soon. Right, we thought we'd take it for a little spin here down the driveway. Kind of give you a feel. Got the top down. You're hearing ignition noise, I'm sure. Second gear. Hey, go to spudsgarage.com. Hang on to the end of the video. Have a great day. All right, let's take a look at the undercarriage. It's always nice to have a lift here. Cover this one undercarriage for you. We hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you go to spudsgarage.com. We have more while I talk about it here. Anyway, factory style restoration, as we mentioned during the walk around. Really on almost every level. Closed tube driveline, axle, factory mechanical brakes in the rear and the front. So factory basic style all the way through. Knee action shocks, safety tread tires, Allstate. Floor pans are absolutely beautiful on this car. I'm sure that they've been restored or replaced with reproduction materials because they look all correct. Factory wishbones here. Again, closed tube drive axle. Early in the morning, just getting started today. Mechanical brakes are kind of neat. You can see all the connections here. Kind of neat how they did the pretty simple, the brake light here, the brake light switch. When you push on the brakes, it pulls a little rod away and lets a connection be made. Looks like they use new wood mounts, oak hardwood on the body mounts here to frame. Factory single exhaust. We'll have still photos at Spud's Garage. There's really not a lot to talk about here except for how clean and tidy this little girl is. If you like a good stock Model A, this would be a honey to do it. Bottom side of the fenders. Original in almost every aspect. 201 cubic inch flathead V8, or excuse me, V8 4-cylinder. Again, mechanical brakes up front. I'll do a little spin around here, share the rest of you, do a little walk back. Go to spudsgarage.com where we have more, just like we said in the opener of this segment. Factory battery location. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day.